I mean, during the first half. And I mean, I'll go back if you want once you're done with this.
Yeah. I thought. Yeah, I thought it was an absolute cracker of a goal. You could argue that he should have been closed down better, but sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do about it. He struck it perfectly, and it went in at the only part of the goal that it could have gone in through. And I mean, it was a great dive by Lloris to try and get to it, and he was just never getting there. I think it was just about the perfect goal from his perspective.
Yes, I mean,
It's one of those things you just
I
got
know,
to
like
pick
I
it
was
up
saying
and get
earlier,
on with it.
yeah, I mean, if you're joining for the first time, subscribe, hit the like button, comments, and let us know that yeah, if you want to get notified anytime, bell button, it will let you, it will notify you and let you know anytime we have a video put up. You can always share this with your friends or people you think will benefit from watching our feed. Now, okay, so we came to this match, okay, on the back of a defeat to Newcastle at home. I mean, we played really well, reasonably at home. Well, when I say really well, I mean we haven't lost matches at home in a very, very long time. Up to the Newcastle match at the weekend, we hadn't lost at home for God knows how long. So that was a bit of a blow. And we're hoping to get back to winning ways today, and hopefully come away with the point. Now, for us, from our own perspective, it was in our hands to sort of come away with the result today and the 3 points, and obviously automatically qualify. But now we have it all to do. I mean, okay, we still at the top of the group. However, it means that we need at least a draw. What's the word? At the next match to ensure that we qualify. But even then that would not guarantee us being top of the group. And if we don't top that group, it means that potentially we could face some really tough opponents in the round of 32. What's your viewpoint, Deji?
Well, look, yeah, to top the group, but hey, at that level,
I seem to have lost Deji for some reason. I don't know if you guys can hear me at home. If you can hear me, leave your comment in the comment section below. We're having a bit of streaming
everybody
issues, so I'm struggling to
in
hear Deji. And I mean, if you can hear me,
that
just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I would know whether or not you can hear me if you're watching this live. Right. So I just wanted us to obviously go over what happened in the match. The first half for us was like a bit of a disaster because fine, Marcus Edwards scored that goal, and I'm not sure they had that many chances afterwards after Marcus's goal, But what a story! We let him go when he was what? How many? How many years? I think it was about 6 years ago. So it was really very young. He had, I think, probably only
I think
made
6
one
years ago
senior
he left. Yes, he
appearance
was.
for us, and in that time, I mean, he kind of is grown and blossomed, and it's like a full-grown player now. He's a starting regular at Sporting, and what a story! It's come back to us, and he almost hurt us in the end, but thankfully we were able to bounce back in the second half. I mean, there were two stories there today. I mean, you had
The way I like
Dyer.
to look at it,
Sorry, say again.
I said the way I'd like to look at it is we put him in his place in the second half. He didn't get a kick in the second half.
Absolutely.
Which is what I'd prefer to remember.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, the second half we kind of sort of picked up pace and things just got better and better and better in the second half. We had a lot of chances. We didn't put our chances away, and the goalkeeper was in particular for me their own man of the match because he pulled off a series of important saves, from good effort from our side as well. Now, for me today, I just found I don't know if you noticed this, but Kane didn't seem to be in the game at all. I mean, we played a 3-4-3. Okay, we have these
Yes.
people. Everyone's complaining about, we should have had five in the midfield, but he didn't change it. Okay, he brought on. Let's look at the lineup. Okay, we had Dyer, Davis, and Romero at the back three. He brought on Doherty to play right wing back, and then Perisic on the left, and then he had Højbjerg and Bentancur in the middle. So Højbjerg came back, so I mean that was quite good. And then we had up front Kane, Son, and Lucas. Now, for me, Lucas has this way of playing that can be a bit infuriating, upsetting, and sometimes because he just sort of picks up the ball, almost as if he just runs into the corner and just loses the ball. The whole play was just so disjointed. I mean, okay, fine. I mean, that was the first half. But the second half, we just seem to have sorted ourselves out. It seems that, I mean, Conte must have had a rocket up their backsides in the dressing room. They came out a different team, and they looked always threatening every time we went forward this evening. Now, I don't know why we didn't start that well, but overall, I actually thought it was a good performance. I mean, even though we didn't win in the end, I mean, credit to us, we kept plugging away, and that plugging away almost gave us amazing climax at the end. I mean, I think I'm going to talk about that first before I go back onto the rest of the match, because for me that was just like I was screaming my head off here. I mean, thinking that okay, we'd scored, and I was like, "Come on, you Spurs!" And oh, come on! It was like, that's the classic emotional roller coaster you could ever find. I mean, you come to a match.
Classic anticlimax.
I know, right? You come to a match thinking, okay, I mean, we almost messed it up, and at the last second, you score a goal from your talisman, Harry Kane, and everyone's celebrating. The whole stadium gone wild. In the last 5 seconds of the match, literally, you couldn't wake that story up, and oh gosh, VAR came about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes later on and told us that it was offside, Now, I'm a little bit, I don't know. So, okay, he was offside. So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, he hit the ball against, what's the word? Their defender.
The defender.
Yeah, who then deflected it into Kane's path. Now, at what point does his offside count? Is it, because for me, the decisive goal was, what's the word? Came off the defender's foot. So, I mean, the decisive kick in the match was off the defender. So, why would his offside be? I mean, I don't know. I'm just, maybe I'm being too much of a Spurs perspective on this one.
If you see, I was worried immediately the goal went in, because when Perisic crossed the ball, I thought there were about 4 or 5 Spurs players in offside positions.
Yes.
Indeed, I was hoping that Royal was the only one who was onside. And the ball seemed to take an absolute age to come from Perisic's foot and arrive at Royal's head.
Exactly.
Now, when he headed it down and it went off the player, his leg, the defender's leg and his arm, and fell into Harry's path.
Yeah.
I thought, it's either a goal or it's a penalty. But the moment they went to VAR, I started to think, we've got a problem here, because one or other of these people might well be offside. And it turns out I haven't seen the line. I haven't seen the line drawn when the ball was actually played. But apparently the VAR guy was convinced that he was offside.
Yeah, so I think it's one of these really, really big anticlimaxes in football. I mean, okay, so we come into the match, second half, I mean, flat first half. Everyone's thinking, okay, fine, what do these guys do, And we started to sort of, but again, some people will say that maybe he should have made a change earlier. The first change he made was, I think Doherty came on. No, Emerson came on. Sorry, Emerson came on.
No,
sorry. What was
right.
the question? Sorry,
Emerson
it
came
was.
on.
Hang on. Was it Emerson that came on first?
I think Emerson was the first change
Yeah, so yes,
for
Emerson came on
Doherty
for
because I wondered why he was doing that.
yeah, so Emerson, Gill, and Longley came on. Longley came on for Davis. Gill came on for who did Gill come on for now? I think no, Gill came on for who? When Gill came on, they moved Lucas
For Davis, yeah.
to wing back, right? And then okay, the Perisic didn't come off. Who did he take off? He took off hang on.
Look that way.
Now I'm totally confused. I mean, who? Because did Højbjerg get taken off? I don't remember, because if you think about it, so we had at some point Emerson came on. Oh, we lost it for a second there. I think it's back now. There's a lot going on this end today because of the poor connection. So just bear with us because you know how these things are. Technology does its fail now and again. It looks like he did it again. But hey, Deji, you're back. Welcome back. Can you hear me, Deji?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I can hear you. Yes. Yes, I was saying that technology did its fail again because we lost you for a few seconds there. I was trying to figure out. I trying to remember the substitutions. So Gio came on. I know Gio came on.
Yeah.
Longley came on.
I'm thinking that Gio might have come on for Doherty. Lucas then went to right wing back.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Gio came on for Doherty.
Yeah.
Lucas then went to right wing
back. I thought Gio did well.
Yes. And then I think they then took off Lucas because he had a muscle problem and then brought on Emerson. Yes, that's what happened. Yes. And then they took off Longley.
Yes.
Longley for Davis. Yeah. Yes. Those were the changes that
they took off David.
Yes. So I mean, pretty much kept the same formation, but it seems to have worked very well today, I think Lisbon sat back a little bit in the second half because they just couldn't get out of the half. We were all over them like a rush.
They couldn't get the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to hear from you guys. I mean, if you're watching us from home, wherever you're watching us from, let us know where you're watching us from. Leave comments and leave your comment in the comment section below. Share this with people that you know who you think may benefit from this or love this. Yeah, and let's hear from you. Now, that formation, what do you think of that formation, Deji?
Yeah, I mean, I think it certainly worked well in the second half. So, do you know what our problem is? Our problem is intensity. Our problem is mental. Our problem is psychological. Now, I think, and there was some analysis I was listening to during the game, is because Conte asked them to sit back and absorb pressure and then counter-attack, they tend to come out playing on the back foot. So they don't come out trying to win the ball or to go forward. They basically relax and wait for the other team to come onto them. And if you're playing that way, you tend not to play with so much intensity as if you're going forward and trying to win the ball the whole time. Now, in the second half, it was like we were unleashed. We were chasing the game. We had to win the ball. We went in for those 50-50s. We won those duels. We won the second balls. And we looked a far better team.
Totally, yes. We did look a much better team in the second half because, the keeper pulled off a string of saves, from Kane, from Son, from, Bentancur. Yeah, we had a lot of chances to kill the game in the second half, but they just didn't go in. And thanks to the keeper, he was heroic in goal, but he couldn't keep out Bentancur's goal. They protested and thought, maybe they protest for far, but he headed it clean. He had a firm header on it, and I thought we will go on and win it, even though I think we scored number 77 minutes or so, So I thought we would go on and win it with about 10 minutes to go, but it just didn't go in. It just didn't go in today. What do you think went wrong?
Well, look, a lot of it was poor finishing as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Dyer missed what, two sitters,
Oh,
two
Dyer,
headers,
well, I mean, Dyer's
which
headers, he sort
you
of
know,
wasted 3 headers, you know?
one was a
I think we lost you. I think we lost you for a second, Deji. I don't know. We can't hear you at all. Can you hear me now?
shocking, shocking, you know.
Yes. So yeah, Deji,
Can you hear
Dyer's
me now?
misses
So
were shocking. We can hear you now. Yes. The Dyer's misses were shocking. Yes, they were. They were really shocking.
yeah, three, at least three, yeah, and one was particular, yeah, shocking miss,
And that would
shocking
have been
miss.
quite a story, wouldn't
I,
it? I
I
mean,
I think also it would have. It would have. Sporting boys scoring against them and Spurs boys scoring against Tottenham.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it would have been. It
Yeah,
would have
but
been. Yeah,
overall,
yeah, yeah.
I think we were a little bit unlucky. I mean, I thought we should have won that match. You know, I thought we were a little bit unlucky. I think overall they put up a good performance today. You know, much better performance, especially in the second half. Some people will say that why don't we play uh, um, proactive football rather than reactive? You know, all the time. You know, rather than having to wait for people to come to us and then and counter attack. Now, when we got on the front foot
Yeah.
today, it was clear that we were all over them like a rush, and they just could not get out of their halves. You know, they couldn't get out of their half. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
what Bissouma didn't come on at all today. So, and my thinking is that we're going to Bournemouth away on Saturday. I think the midday. Is it a midday game or what time is that game? Um,
No, I'm not even sure.
yeah. So I
I'll
mean,
just check that.
part of the thing
Uh,
is that look. I mean, Conte for me, he knows what he's doing. We have a squad that he's managing as best as he can, given the resources that we have at our disposal. Now we've had injuries. Okay, Højbjerg and Romero came back in the side today. I thought which was a positive. I think Højbjerg has been immense for us, and he was driving. He was the driving force today as well in the middle of the park. So for me, having Højbjerg back was a big positive. And I thought for us, he gave a very good performance today. For me, I think from our side, Bentancur was probably the man of the match. You know, what do you think?
I think so too. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I thought he was the man of the match. I think Son expended a lot of energy for not too much end product.
Yes.
But Benten got it done. He covered a lot of ground. He won the ball back. He was determined. He had fire in his belly, and he used the ball very well.
Yes, he did. He
One
really
of the
did.
things, if yeah, his distribution was very good. I think he was definitely our man of the match. He was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, coming up to we have maybe a couple more matches before we get head to the World Cup. You think the World Cup can't come soon enough?
No, I think we need to get our act together really quickly. We play Bournemouth on Saturday. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff.
Okay.
That is a potential slip up because Bournemouth are half decent now, and if we don't have everything about us, that could surprise us. So we really need to. And you know what? We also need to rest some of our players. Harry Kane is knackered. That's why we didn't see him today. He can hardly run in the last 15, 20 minutes. He's
Yeah,
shattered.
I thought. I mean, he was. I mean, off key. Well, not off key, but he just wasn't in the match at all. He just didn't get
But the
any.
man is
He couldn't
tired.
get on the ball. You know, he just couldn't get on the ball today. You know, I thought. I mean, I thought the sporting team came organized and they came with a plan to sort of frustrate Harry and our front line because every time they didn't give him a chance for the ball to come to him because they always had two people on him all the time, you know. And incredibly, even though they
Yeah,
had that a lot of the time, it didn't. You would have thought that would have created space for others, but it only created space for those that were on the wings. You know, they didn't really open up the defense because we had a few shots on goal, but I think most of that was as a result not just of Harry, but for other players. I mean, we had set pieces from Perisic, from Son, and headers from Dyer that just sort of, went inches wide. So I thought overall we probably deserve to win that match. I mean, what do you think, guys? If you're watching from home or wherever you're watching from,
Yeah,
leave us your
I,
comments.
I, I
Please go ahead. Deji, you were saying sorry. Please go ahead, Deji.
yes, I heard her say that the draw was probably a fair result. I don't think so. I think we did more than enough in the second half to win that game comfortably. And and when they were on top of us in the first half, I don't think that we won of the day.
Absolutely. I mean, well, I agree. I agree with you. Like I said, that I just think that we were a little bit unlucky today. I mean, and we came up against a very good keeper who pulled off a string of saves, and we also were a little bit profligate in the opportunities that we had, especially that those that fell to die, that were open goals, and just went wide. And yeah. So overall, I think we have it in our own hands now. I mean, it's a little bit difficult going to Marseille away from home. And if I remember when Marseille came over, they seemed to be good value for
Yeah,
to hold up or even win that game as well, because I think in the end we managed to win that game because they went a man down. And I mean, I don't know, those were the two goals that Richarlison scored
yeah. They had
in
the man
the
sent off.
yeah. So I'm hoping that by the time we come to facing Marseille away, we'll have a few more bodies back, like Kulishevsky and Richarlison, and at least one of them should be back by the time we play Sporting away for the last match in the group stages. So I mean, Sporting don't have it easy. I'm sorry. By the time we play, Marseille away rather, Sporting are facing Frankfurt at home. So I mean,
Yeah.
Frankfurt are also looking to sort of get a result as well. So it's going to be difficult for us, isn't it? So I mean, all round we have to be on top of our game. Yeah. So that's interesting state of affairs going forward. So Deji, what do you think? So if we have this situation whereby we need to win, at least to be on the safe side, because trying to play for a draw for me is always dangerous, right? So if you play for a win, if you end up being a draw, at least
No,
you're much better off. So I think we should go to France or to Marseille and try and win that last game. Whatever we do, we should try and win that last game. I think that has to be our attitude, and I'm grateful in a way because Mr. Conte has this notion that, look, you go into every match trying as much as possible to win. So I think that's always been his attitude. I'm not sure that he ever plays for a draw or plays safe. Okay, the only thing you might say that he plays safe is his system. System is always set up to absorb pressure and counter attack. But that's what I call pragmatism rather than negativity, if that makes sense. So I think I mean pragmatic. What do you think? I know we probably have a different opinion on this one.
Yes. Nah. I'm developing a serious problem with it because it just doesn't make us aggressive enough. And not being aggressive enough is Spurs' biggest problem. Look, if we go to Marseille and we set up shop to defend, I'm sorry, we will lose.
Absolutely,
We will lose.
absolutely.
Yeah, we will lose. We've got to go there, get on the front foot, and see what we can make of it. If we try and hold out for a draw, I have no doubt in my mind that it will not end well. I don't know how we can get inside Conte's head and getting those boys to come out in the first half and really press and push to win the ball in good positions and stick a couple of goals in, and then we'll win it. But I don't know. Conte should know what he's doing, but I really would wish that we would play with more aggression.
Yeah, if you're joining us for the first time, this is Come On You Spurs TV. Leave your comment in the comment section below, subscribe, and hit the like button. and let us know how you feel about today's match. Your comments on the formation, your comment on the man of the match. We think Bentancur should come up with the man of the match. What do you reckon? So leave your comments in the comment section and let's hear from you. Yeah. So we go into to Marseille next Tuesday. Actually, we go to Marseille next Tuesday at 8 o'clock kickoff. So that'll be quite interesting. Let's see how that goes. I think we should qualify. So yeah, I mean that's my perspective anyway.
We have to.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. You know, as we prepare for Bournemouth on Saturday, I think we should again. I mean, we'll see how it goes anyway. I mean, a lot of people have become so negative about Conte. I'm thinking to myself, why are people so negative? I mean, it's like we lose a couple of matches and everybody just becomes suddenly like he's a bad manager.
Taxi for Conte. Conte must go. Conte should go. He's useless. It's incredible.
On? You know, what are people on? Conte must go. Where was he go? I mean, I think it's been marvelous for us. It's been I think. Okay, so maybe I'm being a little bit overboard here, but overall, right? I would have Conte any day. You know, for me, he's made us very, very difficult to beat. It's okay. The football might not be the most attractive at times, but I think we're effective. You know, that if we have all the players that we need available and fit and playing, I think we'll be a force for any team that we play against. We haven't had a lot of success, if you like, against the top six clubs, right? But neither have we had success. I mean, against us when they've come to us. So I think we just need to focus and become a lot more effective in the things that Conte is trying to do with that team. You know, so I'm consciously aware that he has this this thing that he's constantly driving into them to sort of have a winning mentality, and he knows that one of the most important things that you need in this sort of situation is your attitude. When you get that attitude right, that's 80 to 90% of the job done, you know? Because, I mean, most players, they can match each other for, you know, man for man, pace for pace, but it's that extra bit that lifts you up over and makes you, differentiates you from the other team that sort of gives us that edge, you know? What do you think, Deji?
Yeah, that's it. And that is the magic element that we're looking for. That will to win, that determination not to be dominated, that inspiration to win every duel, to win every 50, 50, and to win every second ball. That's where I find that we fall down.
But I mean, honestly, we have to hand it to that team. I mean, if you look at today, there's a point in that match when Romero went for a ball, full-hearted, and he got the ball and he got the man with it. He got a yellow card for it in the end, but I just thought it was an unfair yellow card because he got the ball clean. You know,
he got the ball. Yes,
momentum took him to the guy. But for me, that was just classic Romero. You know, that was just classic Romero. He's a beast of a player.
So we should play like that from the beginning of every game.
Yeah.
We would be far more formidable. Yeah, so we would be far more formidable.
I mean, I guess you're right. So I mean, as long as you know the key for what we do is look, we're playing manager, pay him what 15M a year. I think he knows what he's doing, you know, and he's working furiously and hard to ensure that we get better and better, and we're beginning to see the results. Okay, it's a bit patchy, if you like. I mean, up and down. You know, like today, second half, much better than so even match against Newcastle. Even though we lost, I don't think we played that badly, especially within the first first.
No, half, I thought we were all right. Yeah.
You know what I mean, so it's getting better. You know, for you, man of the match, we said was Bentancur, right? Outstanding performer.
I think so.
Say again?
I'm just trying to think who else. I thought Hill when he came on. I thought he did very well. I wished he would have run the ball into the 18-yard box more often instead of laying it off. He would have bought himself a penalty. I don't know why. I thought he was going to take one of those slalom runs into the box, and with those body swerves, somebody would upend him and would get a pen. But he
stuck a
didn't
foot
take
out
it
and
off.
maybe up and then he. I know. Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
one of the
But I hope the coach will give him more runouts now.
this is it. So I mean, it gets his opportunity. Hopefully, he takes it. For me, I would have. I don't know. Some people would say that he might have played ahead of Lucas, but like, I mean, I'm not a great fan of Lucas, to be honest, because he always runs into
No,
tight corners and loses the ball. But the only thing that you
yeah.
have to give to Lucas is his work rate. He's got absolutely amazing
He's a
work rate.
trier, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a real
yeah.
trier. He's a real trier.
He's a trier.
Anyway, thanks for joining us today. If you're the first time here, this is Common Ye Spurs TV. We just reviewed the match between Spurs and Lisbon. Ended up 1-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Late kickoff, and yeah, I mean, they went ahead with a goal from one of our old boys, Marcus Edwards, and Spurs equalized in the second half late from a Bentancur header, and that at the end we had a bit of drama. I mean, talk us through that drama, don't you?
Oh,
I'll say my bit. I'll say my bit at the
my
end of
my
this.
my heart was in my mouth from the moment the ball left Peris's foot on the left.
Yeah,
And I looked at it and I saw 4 or 5 white shirts in very advanced positions, and I thought they're all off. But when the ball came down and it came down
Emerson.
on Royal's head, I thought, oh well, he might be the only one of those 5 that wasn't offside.
Yeah,
And it came down, it came off the hand of the defender and bounced right into Harry's stride, and he put it away a treat. I thought, well, we've got a chance here, because he was the only one, that Emerson was the only one who I thought might have been onside.
yeah,
But it turns out that he probably wasn't. Like I say, I haven't seen the line. I'd love to see where exactly he was when the ball was played, because even the picture that they showed as him being offside was when the ball was at his head, which was at least a second or two after it had been played. So I really don't know. But yeah, it is what it is. The decision's been given. We didn't win 2-1. We drew 1-1. We stay top of the group. And if we get a draw at Marseille, we go through. So fingers crossed. And I think it's something we can do.
Thank you so much, Deji. It's been fantastic having you. Thank you for all those who joined us tonight. And yeah, like I said, leave comments in the comment section below. If you're watching us as a recording, again, please leave your comments and share this with as many people as you possibly can. Thank you so much, Deji. Come on, you Spurs.
Always a pleasure to see you.